One box of cookies costs $4.
Very good. Stop there. Now, whenever we do a problem sum question for any problem, you need to make sure you break it down. Am I making sense here? Now, we know one box of cookies, so we are going to say one box of cookies. So we say one box of cookies costs $4. What is the meaning of cost $4? That means to say it is $4 lah. Okay, can understand so far? Then if I move on to sentence number 2, right? For every 6 boxes of cookies, 6 boxes of cookies. So we are going to quickly find 6 boxes of cookies first. What happens? All right, so what I want to do is ask myself, how do I get from 1 to 6? I times 6. Agree so far? Over here, I times 6 also, right? So $4 times 6, that gives me how much? $24. Is this something that you can understand or cannot understand? All right, now, so what happens is this, if Mrs. Tan buys 6 boxes of cookies, okay, if Mrs. buys 6 boxes of cookies, she will get 1 box of cookies free of charge. What is the meaning of free of charge?
Free.
Yeah, freely given to you, correct now? So I know I'm only paying for 6 boxes, right? But I'm getting how many boxes? 6 plus 1, and that is 7. Am I making sense?
Wait, I've got the answer.
So over here, you write 1 free 1, okay? All right, now.
No, Mrs. Tan.
Now, so what happens is this, right? Mrs. Tan paid $120 for some boxes of cookies. So what I like to do is I like to draw a number bond, and I want to say that this is 120, correct or not? So let's say if she was to spend 24, do you think she only bought 7 boxes of cookies? No, cannot be, right? So what? Yes, very good. You can divide, but I know a lot of you will not be able to divide, like 24 divided by 120 divided by 24 will be very complicated, correct now? Because you don't know multiples of 24. Yeah, very good. So over here, this is how many boxes? 7 boxes. You all agree so far? Can I buy more? Yes, I can buy more. How many more? 1 more. Can I try 1 more? Yes, very good. Can I buy more? Yes, I can buy 1 more. Correct now? You know this will not hit $120. You all agree so far? All right, now, so I want you to write down 24 over here, and then after that, 24 plus 24 is actually how much? Over here, we know that this is 48. Agree so far? So this is 1 box, and then after that, we have 2 box, okay? 3 box, enough or not? Still have enough money or not? Yes, very good, Now over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, Over here is 3 boxes already. Agree or disagree? Add another 24 over here, we get to what? 6 over here, 7, 8, 9, 9. And then over here, this is 4 boxes. Wow! Do you think she can buy more or not? Yes, she can buy what? More. You agree so far? 96. And then I'll add another 24 again. All right, another 24. 6 plus 4, 10. 9, 10, 11, 12. 120. Wow! That means to say she can buy how many times? 5. Understand so far? So this is 7 boxes. Is this something that you can understand? Now, so over here, the question says, how many boxes of cookies did she get at most? So that means to say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So we do 7 times 5 groups. Therefore, this is actually equals to 35 boxes. And this is the most number of boxes she will get. Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, as you can see over here, it says the mass of a packet of flour is 0.4 kg. Okay, so what I want to write is this. I want to write flour is actually equals to 0.4 kg. Okay, I think part A is something that most of you should be able to do. Sentence number 2 say mass of a bag of rice. Rice is what? 4 times the flour. So 0.4 times 4. And this explains why it is 1.6 kg. All right, so over here, question says, can you find for me the mass of the bag of rice? If you answer in kilograms, we put 1.6 kg. Can you understand this?
Yep.
Yes, Okay, perfect. Now, once this is done, right, what I want to do is I want to go on to the next one. Now, very importantly, Mrs. Wong, okay, bought the same number of packets of flour and rice. So, she bought the same number, okay, well, and I know that the total is equals to 32 kg. All right, that is the weight, okay? All of you listen to me first, okay? Now, I know a lot of you will say, oh yeah, Teacher Joseph, I can do 32 kg divided by 2, but I can tell you that is wrong. That means you have not understood the concept. Let me explain to you why, okay? Is the flour and the rice the same weight?
Weighing the same.
Do they weigh the same? If they don't weigh the same, how can you just divide by 2? Now, so what we want to do is this, you must understand, right? This is the total. Isn't this the total? And this is also the total. You all agree so far? All right, total what? Total packets of flour and then total bags of rice. Okay. Now I do not know how many packets of flour and bags of rice did this person buy. So what I can do is always group it up into one group. So I can say that one group is actually equals to what? What is one group equals to? One group is actually equals to 0.4 kg, which is the flour, plus the rice, plus 1.6 kg. Over here, this is 2 kg. And this is only how many group? One group. Correct? So therefore, over here, you need to write down 32 kg first. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, so how many groups is actually equals to 32 kg? That's what they are trying to tell you. Now, okay, now, so you have to ask yourself, how do I get from 2 to 32? I times 16. Agree so far? Why I know it's times 16? Because 32 divided by 2, right? You understand what I'm saying? All right, so times, okay, so over here 12, 0, 0. Okay, so 16. Now, if I times 16 to the right, I must times 16 to the left. So therefore, over here this is 16 groups. You all understand so far? Now, one group, one flour, and one rice, correct? 16 groups will be 16 flour and 16 bags of rice. Am I making sense here? Now, but the question is asking you how many packets of flour did she buy? 16 packets of flour. Now, so we in sentence number 1, right, it says that Eric, okay, Farid, okay, Govin, they had a total of 165. Can you all see this? Okay, now when I move on to sentence number 2, right, it says that Eric had twice as many stickers as Farid. Stop here. Eric has twice as many stickers as Farid. So Eric has twice. So we are going to show 1 unit. We're going to show 2 units. Is this something that you can understand?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to show 1 unit. We are going to show 2 units. Okay, so we are just going to show it in this manner first. Can? All right, and definitely we want to show that Farid is 1 unit. Am I making sense here? Yeah. Okay, sorry, this may not look super equal. Let me just extend it a bit. Okay, now, so remember your model has to be drawn big. Can? Now, Farid had 15 more than Govin. 15 more than Govin. What does it mean to you? Can you all see this? Yeah. Why is this 15? Because Farid had 15 more than Govin. Is this something that you can understand? Now, what you want to do next is you want to mirror image up, right? Not. So when I say that this is 15, then the other side must also be 15. Am I making sense here? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is 15. All right, and then this part is also 15. Does that make sense to you? All right, every unit will need that 15. Am I making sense? Now, my total over here has to be 165. Okay, so we say this is 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. So what is it that I need to do? I need to make sure I remove the extra. So 165, I minus away 15 times 3. Okay, now when I do 165, I minus away 15 times 3. What exactly is 15 times 3? That is actually equals to 45. So I get to 120. Correct? How many units equals to 120? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we say 4 units is actually equals to 120. You all agree so far? So 1 unit will be 120 divided by 4. We get to 30. Now, then Mr. Greenman is out. Then you read the question. How many stickers did Govin have? So therefore, your answer for this question has to be 30. Okay, today we are looking at this question. Now, as you can see over here, it says that Laura had 1 meter of wire. Can you see that? Now, that is my total. Okay, she used 0.64 of the wire. I apologize. She gave 0.64 meters of the wire to travel. And the remaining wire too. So for travel, he gets 0.64, correct? Yeah. For KT, that will be 1 minus 0.64. Agree so far? 1.00 minus 0.64, correct or not? Yes. Cannot, right? 0, 9, 10, correct? 6. 9 minus 6, that becomes 3, correct? 0.63, okay? 0.36. Can you all see that? Sentence number 2. Trevor used the wire he received. So what did Trevor do? Trevor used the wire he received to form a square with no leftover. That means to say one side, right, will be 0.64
Divided by 4.
Very good. Divided by 4. Okay, so we have to do 0.64 divided by 4, 0, 0. Bring down 6, 1, 4. I apologize. Can you understand? 2. Bring down the 4, correct? 6, 24, 0, 0. Right? So over here you get 0.16 meters, 0.16, 0.16, 0.16, 0.16. Make sense? Katie used the wire she received to form a triangle of equal sides with no leftover, correct? So again, for this one will be one side. Very good. So 0 what? 36 divided by 3. That becomes 0.12. 0.12, 0.12, 0.
Wait, is the answer 0.04?
Now, what was the difference in length between one side of the square and one side of the rectangle, a triangle, correct? So the difference over here will be 0.16 minus 0.12. All right, therefore your answer has to be 0.04 meters, and therefore this is your answer for this question. Now, Mavis started cycling at 0815. Okay, so we know for Mavis, sentence number 1, as you can see over here. All right, and we start drawing a timeline. Can you see that? All right, Mavis. So we write down Mavis first. Okay, yes, Pritika, you can do it on the piece of paper. So we write down Mavis over here. We say started cycling at 0815. So we write down 0815. Make sense? Now, sentence number 2, Siti started cycling 10 minutes later. This is Siti. 10 minutes later, that means to say it has to be 08 what? 25. Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
All right, and they cycle, and but she stopped 10 minutes earlier than Mavis. Okay, so CD will be here later. Correct? Mavis will be here later. Yeah. True. Now, Mavis stopped cycling at 10:20. So this is 10:20. Am I making sense here? Now, whenever we do time, we like to use ABCD. Correct? ABCD, draw a timeline. Why are you not draw a timeline? What is ABCD? Always make it whole, break it up, cancel out, draw a timeline. Correct? Now, so I want to get to what first? I want to get to 10:15 first. You all agree so far? From here all the way to 10:15 is how many hours? 2 hours. Am I making sense here? And then after that, from here to here is actually how many minutes? Just simply 5 minutes. Isn't that true? So in total, for Mavis is actually what? For Mavis herself, right? It is actually 2 hours, 5 minutes. You all agree or disagree? Okay. Now, well, for Siti, she actually stopped cycling 10 minutes earlier. So Siti stopped at 10:10. Is that something that you can understand? All right. So same thing. What you want to do is always make it whole. Am I making sense here?
So 5 minutes.
Now,
right?
so 5 minutes. Yeah, you're right. So we get to 8:30 first. Am I making sense here? From here to here is 5 minutes. You all agree so far? And then we get to 9 o'clock as well. Not an issue. 30 minutes. You all agree so far? All right. Then from here to here, it's very obvious to you, right? You want to get to 10 o'clock? Also can. If you prefer, so over here is 1 hour. You all understand? This is just 10 minutes. You all agree so far? So for Siti herself, right, it will be everything that I'm going to highlight right now. 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 10 minutes. You all can see this? Can see this or cannot see this? 1 hour, 45 minutes. Am I making sense here? Does that make sense to you? Yes. Question says, what did the question say? Mr. Greenman, how long did Siti cycle? 1 hour, 45 minutes. As you can see over here, it says that the measurements of a plot of land are given below. All sides of the plot of land meet at right angles. Now, question wants us to find the area of the plot of land. Isn't this a composite figure? Yeah, right? Now, so you want to break it up. You want to see A as alone, B as alone, right? So before you even do anything, you need to make sure all measurements are shown, correct? Does that make sense to you? All measurements are shown. Can? Now, to find area, you always multiply. Correct or not? So let's find area of A first. Can we find area of A? To find area of A, we just have to do 6 times 6, which is equals to 36 meter square. Agree so far? Then after that, I will find area of B. What is area of B? Area of B is how much? Very good. So when I do 8 times 2, I get to an answer of 16 meters squared. Does that make sense? So therefore, I can find the total area, isn't it? Very good. So total area, I don't, again, I already have area of A and area of B, right? So what I want to do is I want to add them up together. Am I making sense here? All right, when I add them up together, what do I get? I get to an answer of 52 meters squared. So this is something that all of us will be able to solve, correct? All right, but it is the B that is a little confusing, correct? Now, they say each square meter of land costs $85. What is the meaning of each? Each means one. Agree? So 1 meter square is actually equals to how much? $85. Agree? Now, the question says, how much does the plot of land cost? How big is the plot of land? 52 meters square, isn't it? Right, so how do I get from 1 to 52? You times 50. Over here, you also times 52. All right, so you do 85 times 52. All right, so you do 85 and 52. You times 5 times 2, 10. 8 times 2, 16. 17. Add a 0 again. 5 times 5, 25. You agree so far? This is gone, huh? 5 times 8, 40. 40 plus 2, 42. You understand so far? 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 0. All right, so therefore your answer has to be 4, 4, 2, 0. Of course, add the dollar sign, and this is your answer for B. Now, Mr. Yap sold chicken sandwiches and tuna sandwiches from Monday to Thursday. All right, can you see Monday to Thursday? We have chicken sandwich over here. We have tuna sandwich over here. Make sense or don't make sense? All right. Now, the table below shows the number of chicken sandwiches and tuna sandwiches sold in a certain week. So for Monday, how many chicken sandwich did I sell? 9. Okay. How much did I collect? $27. Wow. If that's the case, right, did you realize that, or did you realize the cost of a chicken sandwich? Yeah. Right. So one chicken sandwich is actually equals to, thank you, 27 divided by 9. All right. And that gives me how much? $3. Agree or disagree? So we write $3 on top first. Yeah, Abi, you're right. Also 3. Now, well, for tuna, we can also find one tuna sandwich. You all agree so far? All right, $90. We'll use the first one, okay, because everything else is the same. $90 divided by 45. When I do 90 divided by 45, did you realize that 90 divided by 45 is actually equals to 2? So the tuna sandwich is cheaper, okay? Chicken more expensive than tuna, okay? Now, well, the question says, each chicken sandwich was sold at the same price. How much did Mr. Yap sell one chicken sandwich for? Oh, wow, I actually got to my answer without even reading the question. And you can do so too. Okay, now, in B, it says, how much more did he collect from the sales of chicken sandwiches than tuna sandwiches on what day? Thursday. All of you cast your eyes on Thursday, do it part by part. Let's talk about chicken first. How much do you think he collected from selling chicken sandwiches? All right, from the sale of chicken, sorry, say again, $36, correct or not? $36. All right, this is only for Thursday. Is that okay? All right, this is only for Thursday. Now, then for tuna sandwiches, how much did he collect? $20. You all agree so far? So what is the keyword over here? As a student, right, when you see the word more, right, you need to know to minus. Agree so far? Because the word more means what? What does it mean to you? It means the difference. You all agree so far? All right, so what is the difference? What is the difference between this and this? When I say difference, it means that I have to minus, isn't it? Big minus small. What is my answer? My answer is 16. And that is the answer for part B. Everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, over here it says Mr. Akaf. Okay, Mr. Akaf and Mrs. Raj bought toothbrushes at the prices shown below. Okay, now you can see Oral Z, 2 for how much? $5. And Davi is the brand. Oral Z is also the brand. 3 for $4.55. Okay, now for A, I think it's something that everyone can do, right? For A, it says that Mr. Akaf bought how many? 6 Oral Z. So let's talk about Oral Z first. So I want to break it down. I want to say that this is sentence number 1. For Oral Z, 2 is for $5. So Mr. Akaf bought how many? 6. If Mr. Akaf bought 6, 5 times 2. All right, I asked myself, right? 6 for how much? We cannot say 6 times 5. You get what I'm trying to say? right? Because we want to ask ourselves, right? How do I get from 2 to 6? We times 3. You agree so far? Very good. So that is for Aura Z only, okay? Did Mr. Akaf buy more than Aura Z? Yes! Mr. Akaf actually bought how many more? Davi? 6 Davi, correct or not? So for Davi, so I'm just going to put Davi. I want to put the brand because I don't want to confuse myself and mix up the value or the price. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so Davi, how many? 6 Davi, right? So 6 for how much? How do I get from 3 to 6? With times 2. You all understand so far? So then I will have to do 455. What do I have to do? Times 2 also. You agree so far? Alright, so I will just do 455 plus 455. Easier that way lah, huh? Can or not? Alright, so 5, 5, 11. Correct or not? 4, 4, 8, 9. Then bring down your father's mo. Alright, over here, this is how much? $9.10. You all understand so far? So how much did he pay in all? So we are just going to say in all, in total. In total, that means it's $15. In total, that means $15 and $9.10. You all agree so far? Alright, so we say $15 plus $9.10. Okay, so $15 plus $9.10, we will get to answer of $24.10. You all agree so far? Now, more importantly is to do B. Alright, B. So A is done, right? B says, Mrs. Raj bought an equal number. When I see the word equal number, I need to be very, very sensitive. You understand so far? What is the meaning of equal number of Aura Z and... Yeah, very good. So the word equal means the same number. You all agree so far? Now, do you know that they only sell for Aura Z, it's only 2 for $5. Can I buy one? Cannot. You must buy. Have you all been to shops whereby they tell you, no, you need to buy in groups? Yeah. No. I ask you a question, okay? Let's talk about first one, Aura Z, 2 for $5. Agree so far? What about Davi? 3 for?
3 for $4.50.
$4.55. Correct or not? Now, because of the word equal number, you have to ask yourself, or you have to make sure that these 2 and 3, they are multiples that are the, or you have to basically make 2 and 3 the same. Understand what I'm saying? That will be your one group. Can you all understand or don't understand? Yes. Equal number, they buy equal number, right? Isn't it true that I have to make them the same? Yeah, so because of the word equal number, I have to make them the same. So over here, what do I do? I times 3 to this. You understand what I'm saying or not? Alright, over here I times 2 to this. Why teacher Joseph? Because 2 and 3, what is common? 2, 4, 6. 3, 6. Very good. So over here we go 6 for... Yeah, so we say 6 for $15. You all understand so far? Then over here 6 for... You times 2 over here as well. Correct or not? You times 2 over here to the $4.50. Which is just now we have already learned, right? It's over here. Correct or not? $9.10. Understand so far? Understand so far? Alright, awesome. So we call this our one group. All of you say one group. One group. Understand so far? Now, did the person just buy one group only? You see, if the person wants to buy, listen up to me. If the person wants to buy same, the person needs to buy one group. But did the person only buy one group? Why? Because this person spent how much? Which is more than one group. Agree or not? If I were to buy one group, how much do you think this person will spend? You see? This person will spend, remember just now in the earlier question we say, right? $15 plus $9.10. You understand so far? You go and find your one group first. Do you understand? Alright, so we know that one group, very good. One group, Reagan, you got it right. One group is actually equals to $24.10. Correct or not? Did this person only pay $24.10?
No.
This person pay how much? $48.20. Hey, think about it. Oh wow, $48. Yeah, from here to here is just times 2, isn't it? So that is the reason why, 2 groups. You understand what I'm saying or not? Now, once you get to here, you are good. 6 plus 6. How many toothbrush did she buy altogether? Remember just now, toothbrush only, okay? So one group, how many toothbrush? The question is asking for how what? Many. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, one group that is 6Z plus 6 Davi. You understand what I'm saying or not? Thank you. 2 groups will be 12 times 2. Am I making sense here? So therefore, in total, this person decided to buy 24 toothbrushes, and I can tell you that is a lot. You all agree so far? All right. So yes, this person bought 2 groups in total. How do I know it's 2 groups? Because over here paid $48.20 in total. Agree so far? All right. So 24 toothbrushes. As you can see over here, it says that Josephine and Lynn, okay, had 188 muffins all together. So we just put J plus L equals to 188. Agree or disagree? Okay, very good. Come sentence number 2, 3 for me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Josephine and Balakrishnan had 548 muffins all together. Now, isn't this repeated identity? RI, not reference institution, but repeated identity. You know what is the meaning of repeated identity? Repeated identity means something repeats itself. Am I making sense here? What is repeated over here? J. Am I making sense? So we cancel J and J. Does that make sense? Now, when I cancel J and J, then we definitely know that it will be Balakrishnan minus away Lin. Am I making sense here? So that, yeah, J and J we must cancel, okay? All right, so the difference between Balakrishnan and L, which is Lin, will be 5-4. That's a very nice name actually. Minus 1, surname, I think. 548 minus 188. Okay, we get to 360. Is this something that you can understand? Yes. Now, do you know why I say this is the difference between Balakrishnan and Lin? Do you know why? Because when I minus, every time I minus, it becomes the difference. Okay, so that's how you would do it. Okay, now sentence number 3. Once you're ready, you can tell me sentence number 3. Balakrishnan had 4 times as many muffins. So 4 times, that means to say Balakrishnan will be how many units? 4. Lin will be 1 unit. Correct or not? So what is their difference? You can see for yourself, right? Their difference is whatever there is over here. Okay, can you all see that this is the difference? Can you see it? Yeah. Now, what is that difference? That difference is 360. Am I making sense here? So 3 units is actually equals to 360. So we find 1 unit. 1 unit equals to 120. Does that make sense? Mr. Greenman is out. What do I want to do? Mr. Greenman is over here. Read the question. How many muffins did Josephine have? You can see where's Josephine? Josephine is not in the model, correct? But Josephine is here. You agree so far? So we are going to, since we know, we know Lin is 120, isn't it? Isn't that true? All right, so to find Josephine,
so Josephine is 60.
88 minus 120. Okay, when I do 188 minus 120, we get to an answer of 68, and this is my answer for this question. There are 40 children in a hall. How many children do I have? 40. Okay. Sentence number 2. Okay, so maybe you can write down 40 children first. Later words, you have to tell me what concept is this, okay? Now, in the hall, each boy, so 1 boy is given how many balloons? 1. Make sense? 1 girl is given how many balloons? Make sense? Am I making sense here? Do I know how many boys I have? Do I know how many girls I have? So what is it that I have to do? Guess and check. Guess and check. Very good. I prefer if we all use assumption. You all know what's assumption? I ate the doctor. Okay, so I'm going to use that to help you to understand. Okay, now I'm going to assume. What am I going to assume? I'm going to assume that all 40 children are what? Boys or girls? Depending on the question, okay? If the question asks for girls, you assume all are boys. If the question asks for boys, you assume all are girls. Now, but because they have girls and boys, right? Never mind. I will assume that all 40 children are boys. You understand so far? It's also easier because I just have to times 1 later. Add dog, so T stands for you times. Am I making sense here? Am I making sense here? So 40 children times 1. Agree? Because 1 boy, 1 balloon. Correct? So therefore over here is 40 balloons. Agree so far? Next letter is E. What is E? Why is it E? Because remember I said, right? The acronym that I'm using is I ate the doctor. Agree so far? Okay, or maybe you can say I'm at the doctor. Okay, maybe it doesn't sound so gruesome. Now, don't have I. That one I won't add one. I'm at the doctor. Can you all see that? But I prefer I ate the doctor, okay? Now, E stands for extra. Extra is basically the sorry. Extra is basically you either use actual minus assume or assume minus actual, whichever is bigger. Because when I minus, I have to do big minus small, correct or not? Do you remember just now the question, right? The real number of balloons is actually equals to 74. You all remember that? Over here, these 40 balloons, right? You can see that these 40 balloons is actually the fake number of balloons. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So over here, we are just going to do 74 minus 40. Okay, we get to 34. Okay? Now, once E is done, I will move on to D. D stands for? Difference. Okay? What is the difference? What kind of difference is this? This is what we call single difference. All of you say single difference? Single difference. Single difference is basically the difference between one boy and one girl. Understand so far? One boy and one girl. So 3 minus 1, that gives me 2. Is this something that you can understand? Yes. Easy? Finally, we go opposite. Opposite is the easiest. You know why? Because opposite, I just have to use the formula. I just have to use E over D. What's E over D? E means the answer from extra, which is this 34 divided by 2. You all understand so far? Alright, so when I do 34 divided by 2, I will get to an answer of 17. Now my question to you is 17 what? 17 boys or 17 balloons? Definitely 17 girls. Alright, now why is it 17 girls? Why is it 17 girls? Because you see, this is 34 what? 34 what? Balloons. You all understand so far? Alright, and then this is what? 2 balloons. Am I making sense here? So when I do 34 divided by 2, what happens is this. You see, balloons and balloons is over here, right? When I divide, I cancel away the balloons. Am I making sense here? And I get to 17 girls. Agree or disagree? Okay, so therefore, my answer for this has to be 17. If I have 17 girls, remember just now I have 40 children, right? You all remember? If girls is 17, then how many boys are there?
23.
Very good. And like what Abhinav said, 23, and therefore I have 23 boys. Yes, you can use C. C is to check. Okay, so if I have 17 girls, remember how many balloons? Each girl? 3. Correct or not? Plus, how many boys? 23 boys. How many balloons per boy? 1. Agree so far?
1.
Agree or disagree?
Yes.
Okay, 17 times 3, that gives me 51. Plus 23 times 1, that gives me 23. 51 plus 23, we get to an answer of 74. Am I right to say that, you see, how many balloons were given? 74, isn't it? So yes, 74 is not my answer, okay? Just take note, 74, yay, I checked, that means I'm good. Okay, so how many girls are there? We know 17. How many boys are there? We know 23. And that's your answer for this question.